Branden here, time for the episode of Branden's Boy Problems. So, I am now 31 years old. 30 is complete, my first year of my 30s. It was a lot to anticipate, but I honestly was embracing my 30s. Like, I enjoyed my 20s. I feel like I lived them to the fullest. I did a lot, accomplished a lot. I loved my 20s, so I have no regrets. So that's why I was able to just embrace my 30s naturally. And people told me many things about turning 30. Like, the biggest I've always taken away is like people that say like your 30s are just your 20s with money. And honestly, I feel like that has been true so far, thankfully. Like, because I was definitely broke a lot of my 20s, broke and struggling. And I've been wanting to like make up for that, and I feel like I've definitely been way more financially secure in this first year of my 30s, and hopefully that continues for the rest of my lifetime. But I feel like I've gotten to travel, I've gotten to enjoy life, I've gotten to have financial security for like the first time in my life, and I feel like that is something I'm extremely thankful for, especially as someone who's now in their 30s. Like, I'm grateful to finally be embracing being able to be financially responsible and make financial decisions and save money truly, but also still have money to enjoy life and enjoy traveling, enjoy shopping, enjoy eating, enjoying getting what I want and not having to worry about money as an issue. Like, I love that so far about 30s, and that definitely is something that comes with time and age, maturity and wisdom, and being able to actually make smart decisions and plan ahead and just think of the bigger picture, which honestly probably is the biggest lesson of the 30s. It's just like you always have to think of what is next, what am I saving for, what goals do I want to accomplish, where do I want to be, and saving money is a huge part of that. So I'm very grateful for that in my 30s. As far as like relationships and friendships, now that has been a mess so far with turning 30. It's just been like the biggest thing I've learned this year is really just like not everyone is gonna last. It's like I've had to say goodbye to like major friendships this year. I've lost like two of my friends that I've been friends with since high school, and it was like I did not imagine like I would not be friends with them anymore from the time I started 30 to the time I am turning 31. It's just like this past year, it's just been like, wow, like I did not expect that to happen. But again, it's like people change. Like, it wasn't just like sudden out of nowhere, because obviously things were not as close as we used to be, but I didn't think it was like, I was hoping it was going to improve into the direction of like getting better, but it just wasn't meant to be. And that's just something that comes with just acceptance. It's just like, you know what, it's just not working, and I don't need to force it. I don't need to like beg for anyone's friendship. I don't need to like apologize for things I'm not sorry for. It's like I don't need to put an effort to try to save something that obviously just probably isn't meant to be saved. And that's probably one of the biggest life lessons. It's just like we had our time together. Just like I like to view relationships, it's like relationships usually are just, you can't expect every relationship you're in to last forever. Like, some people are just meant to be here for a certain period of your life, and then that period ends, and then you go your separate ways. It's sad to like let people go, whether they're friends or family or relationships, but that is life. And I've always been someone that really prides myself on my friendships and likes to maintain long friendships. Like, I was friends with like my best friends since high school, like my 4 best friends from high school, and I'm so close to like majority of my college friends that I met like freshman year of college, though I'm used to having long friendships that last at least over a decade. So it's crazy just to think like I had a friendship for like 15, 16 years and then it's over now. But surprisingly, it like makes me sad to like think like, oh wow, it's really over. But it's like I'm not sad in that like it's over, I guess, in a way. It just was time to let it go. It's like we grew apart, we made new, closer friends that we're friends with. It felt like we weren't being connecting. It wasn't like that level of communication we once had. It wasn't like being able to joke and have fun with each other or do things together. It was just very like getting very superficial and fake. And then as soon as it's like they're holding like a huge birthday party and I'm not invited to it, it's just made it very clear like, yeah, this is over. Like, I don't care. Like, we're not friends anymore. I can let go of this my life. Like, I'm ready to let this part of my life go. It's just like I'm not tolerating fake friends, and I've always been like that for my entire life. So it is just crazy to think like you can be friends with people for like 15 years and then still they want to get all fake and phony after 15 years. But again, it happens. That's life. People change, and you're just gonna let them go. And it's just sad to think about, and like sad to like realize afterwards. But it takes time to heal, get over it, move past it, and that's just part of growing up. And I guess embracing your 30s. It's like the people that were here in high school or here in college or here after college aren't necessarily going to be here for the rest of my life or future, especially since we're all like building our own futures, like looking for love in our careers and money and traveling, whatever. We get busy with other things in life, and it's just like the people that were once my closest friends I thought would be here forever are not. And even with relationships, it's true with that as well. It's like I started turning 30. Well, we weren't officially yet in a relationship, but I was dating, and then it ended before that, and it just wasn't working in the way I guess I hoped it would. The relationship just wasn't going according to plan. It just was not happy, positive. It just was getting too toxic and depressing, and we just weren't connecting in the way that I had hoped we once would. And it just felt like it was just like red flag after red flag and hurdle after hurdle and obstacle after obstacle. And of course, like relationships take work, and people love to say like gay men aren't willing to try. But I also just feel like there's certain things in relationships that are just deal breakers. And it's like, no one should have to be treated like this, or no one should be tolerated like that. And I just feel like I reached my breaking point where I'm just like, you know what? I can do better. I want better. This isn't working. Just let it go. And it's sad to have an end, especially with thinking of like how much time we spend together, how much work we put in. But it's also just like, again, it's not working. Just put it out of its misery. Like, we both deserve to be happy and find love. It's just not with each other. And that's another big thing in the 30s. It's like, I don't want to waste time, like keep spending, like I put in a year into the relationship. I'm not giving it more years of my life just to not be working. I have to keep dealing with more constant bullshit, as Summer Walker loves to say, and I completely agree with. It's just like, it just gets to a point where it's like they're making decisions that you don't agree with, and they keep doing things that you just feel like are stupid decisions and just not what you want in your life. And it's just taking you down a direction that you're just like, this is not what I want. This is not what I want to tolerate. This is not what I want to build a future with. Like, I don't want this. So you just let it go, which I guess has been the biggest lesson in my 30s. And I mean, I've been deleting, blocking, and erasing since my 20s. So it's not necessarily a new concept. It's just like the people that are getting eliminated. Like before, it was just easy to delete, block, and erase random people that it's just like, yeah, as soon as you like say something, do something that's like annoying and pisses me off, it's like gone. But now it's like to actually like get rid of people that were like long-term friendships and like people I thought I was like building a future with as like a romantic relationship. That's not necessarily what I'm used to. I mean, I have usually like broken up with people, but I mean, this was only my second relationship ever. My first one, I didn't really have a choice of maintaining that because he didn't want to maintain things. So this time it's actually my decision just to be like, end it. Like, I can't do this. This is not the type of relationship I want. This is not what I want to build. This is not where I want to be. And that is a hard decision to make, but 30s are full of plenty of hard decisions and thinking of the bigger picture of life. And that is what my focus is on. And I'm excited to see what year 31 brings.